Good
Hello.
morning. I'm
Hi,
Jen.
I'm Kimberly, and this is That Vegan Morning
Vegan Morning
Show.
Show. Halloween edition.
Yes. Yay.
How did we get to the end of October?
I know the year is going by so fast, and I didn't watch enough scary movies this month, so I got to try to cram in a bunch of stuff this week. Um, but I am very excited today for our Halloween edition, and you look adorable.
Thank you. So do you. I love your sweater. Tell
Thank
everyone who
you.
you're dressed up as.
So I am a cat lady.
And I'm a cat.
Yay. It's perfect.
It is perfect, just like we are together hanging
That's
out on a
right.
Monday.
And how was your weekend?
It was good. It was a mixture of productivity and just hanging out with my husband. I didn't do as much productivity as I probably should have, and we have to catch up on chores today because we didn't do them yesterday. Instead, we decided to go hang out in Sleepy Hollow, New York, where the
Nice.
legend of Sleepy Hollow is from, and walk around. And we found this restaurant, and I'm blanking on the name right now, but they had vegan and non-vegan options. And I had this it was like a root vegetable smash burger with like
Ooh.
vegan cheese on top, and then I got a scone for later, and it was good stuff. I was very happy. And we just walked all over Sleepy Hollow, walked along the Hudson River. The yards have really cool Halloween decorations there.
Mm.
So yeah, Sleepy Hollow is a fun place to go to visit during Halloween time.
Yeah. I think there's a big haunted attraction, like a haunted house attraction there. We went there years ago. So when JP and I first got together, we both love Halloween. It's our favorite holiday. And we decided that we were going to do like the Halloween haunts. And so every year until COVID, we would go apple and pumpkin picking during the day, and then we would go do a Halloween haunt at night. And one year we went and we would drive like all over New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. We hadn't made it. Our plan was to keep going further out, but then COVID happened and we haven't done it since. But we drove up there and we went to that Halloween haunt, and it was so like the production value of that one is so good. It's so impressive. It's
Mm.
so big. And we had such a great time.
I
That's my
saw a lot of
experience.
signs. I saw a lot of signs for it, and it looked
Mhm.
pretty cool. So maybe
Yeah.
next Halloween we'll get the
Yeah.
husbands together and we'll go enjoy spooky season.
Yes, that would be great.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was fantastic. So I was working on some stuff, like got podcasts ready to go, and but on Saturday I spent like all day in the kitchen, preparing for two things. One was JP's brother and his wife were coming over for dinner, and two, I have a cookbook from a chef who is her episode of the podcast is coming up next month. And I wanted to make some things from the cookbook so that I could have some additional photos to share when the podcast goes out. So,
Nice.
yes, on Saturday, I made for the very first time vegan mozzarella cheese, a,
Mm.
a different type of ricotta. So, anytime I've made vegan ricotta, I just crumble a block of tofu, add some seasonings to it, and call it a day.
Same.
But this was like, right? It's so simple, and it's good, but this is next level ricotta with like cashews, and there's some olive oil, and there is
Ooh.
tofu, and some seasonings, and the texture was perfect. And then I also made an Alfredo sauce. So what this turned into was kind of like a baked ziti Alfredo version. And it had I made breadcrumbs and put them on top. So everything was except for the pasta. I did not make my own pasta. That'll be another project. But I have made pasta before, and it is amazing when you make it yourself. But it all came together, and my brother-in-law and his wife, they're not vegan, but they have vegan friends. So they've experienced vegan food before. So they weren't coming into it like nervous that it wasn't going to be good. And they
Mhm.
really enjoyed it. And it was such a lovely time. We played some of the games that we played when you and Ellie were over on the You Don't Know Jack
Oh,
like games. Yeah.
that was a fun day when we came to your house and played games.
They were so much fun and so silly. It was so great. But yeah, so the food came out so good. I was really, really proud of myself and feeling so good because I've been intimidated. I have some cookbooks that are like, vegan cheese specific, and I've been kind of intimidated by it. But I just kind of went into it feeling confident, having spoken to the chef, hearing kind of her story behind all of it. And so I thought, okay, I can do this. And I was right.
I love that. You shared a picture with me of the vegan mozzarella over the weekend. I was like, "Oh, that looks so good."
Yeah.
I would love to try to make vegan cheese at some point. Like I've done the cashew cheese sauce for like mac and
Mhm.
cheese, which is tasty, but I definitely would like to make my own because I feel like it probably tastes so much better.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I can't wait I think we're going to make a pizza sometime this week
Ooh,
with the
nice.
ricotta and the mozzarella. Because it says
Mm.
in all the recipes say they keep like 4 to 5 days in the fridge. So, and since the ricotta has tofu in it, like you definitely can't freeze that because it changes the texture of the tofu and all that. But yeah, I'm excited to do more things with it.
Nice. The next time we come and visit,
Yeah.
I think you should make it too.
Yeah. Good plan.
Hint, hint.
I like it. You got it.
Oh, so good. So I'm glad we had great weekends, and we're gonna have a really great show. We always have a good show, but I
Mhm.
feel like we had we did a pre-recorded show that was really heavy last week, and it was
Yeah.
an amazing episode. I'm really proud of that episode because we really talked about a very important subject. I mean, they're all important, but we dove deep into something that really needed to be talked about more, I felt. And so it's
Mhm.
kind of nice to do something more lighthearted.
Yeah, I agree.
Me and Kimberly aren't always serious vegans.
No.
We can be fun vegans too.
That's right.
So, Kimberly, you mentioned before about scary movies.
Mhm.
What are some of your favorite scary movies?
Hmm, okay. Well, I love ghosty scary movies
Mm,
and vampires. Do I have a favorite though? Oh my gosh, I was not prepared for this question.
I just thought about it.
I don't let me see. So I will here I'll tell you the ones I don't like.
Okay. Hey,
So
that's a fun way to answer too.
I do thank you Toastmasters for teaching me how to pivot in these situations.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. I've seen so many scary movies and I'm trying to think, but none I've ever watched more than once. So I was like,
Mhm.
do I have a favorite? It probably depends on, the last one I saw. So, but what I don't like because they really scare me is ones like The Strangers. That one actually I watched it and I had nightmares for a very long
Mm,
time. Anything where it's like people coming to your house, breaking in and then doing everything awful that they possibly can to you, and you never know when it's going to end, that is too much for me. I am
yeah.
more afraid of people for sure than I am of ghosts or vampires or werewolves or you know what I mean? So it's too much rooted in reality, I think, for me. So I really can't handle those. But give me a good The Woman in Black. That's the name of it, right? Yeah. It was the guy Daniel Radcliffe is in it. It came out in
Mm,
like 2012, I think. It was so emotional and it was very creepy and there were moments I jumped a few times for sure. But okay, that's my favorite type of movie where it scares me and it makes me uncomfortable, but there's this underlying like emotion or sadness or some process that they're working through. That's a scary movie that like left me in tears.
Mhm.
So I like kind of that. I do like a traditional, just like ghosty thing. I don't care for like paranormal activity though. I don't the viewing of someone just standing over someone's bed, that one's too much for me as well. So so as I say this, you might think, well, Kimberly, I don't know if you really like scary movies. And I do, I really do. But I'm a bit particular. Do you like scary movies, Jen?
So, yeah, it's so funny because I was going to mention Paranormal Activity as one that really freaked me out because when I saw it, I was living alone, and me and my husband were dating. And one weekend, I was at his apartment, and he showed me Paranormal Activity, and then I went home
Yeah.
and couldn't sleep for like 2 days.
Mhm.
Because there was something too realistic about that, and again, like what you were saying, Stan, it was, yeah, there's just a lot of things I would say about
Yeah.
it. I don't like gory things, but I
Yeah,
like what
same.
I like things that are creepy, that have an emotional undercurrent. I haven't seen this movie in years, but it's my favorite is The Others with Nicole Kidman.
Oh yeah, that is so good.
And I need to watch I only saw it like a couple of times, like 20 years ago or whatever it was it came
Mhm.
out, and I'm like, "I love this movie."
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I haven't seen it since, but it's one of my favorite movies because it had such a great ending, and if you haven't
Mhm.
seen The Others, go watch it.
Yeah, we won't spoil it for you.
It has such a twist. I remember when the ending and all of a sudden I realized
Mhm.
the situation. I remember
Yeah.
my jaw just dropping. I like the Blair Witch Project.
You tell me, and then I will tell you my story.
I like the Blair Witch Project because it it doesn't feel it feels real, but not in the way that Paranormal Activity did. Like, yeah, but it's still creepy and it freaked me out, but like not in a way of like being at home
Mm.
freaking out. Okay, what is your Blair Witch Project story?
Okay. So I did not ever watch scary movies when I was a teenager, and that movie came out when we were in high school. Uh, and so I was afraid of all of that stuff. And I have, people might think this sounds silly, but like one of the homes we lived in when I was a kid definitely was haunted, and we all had experiences. And so I was very nervous around like scary stuff like that. But a friend of mine was like, "Oh, I really want to see this." And so I decided to go. And when they were marketing the movie, they were marketing it as, that it happened and it's found footage. And I kind of went into it very naive and whatever. And the scene in the basement towards the end where the guy is facing the corner, like I'm getting chills right now just thinking about it. That movie ruined my life for an entire year. I did not sleep at night. I slept during the day in between classes.
Oh my god.
I was up all night. I could not sleep in the dark. And the night I came home, I was in high school, so I my I had my dad like come down and sleep on the couch opposite me. So he slept on one couch, I slept on the other the first night when I came home, and we had to sleep with the lights on. And I was just terrified. And I don't know why it bothered me the way that it did, but I literally did not sleep at night for like an entire year. It was crazy.
Poor thing. So I can relate to creepy childhood homes. That's a conversation for another time. But when I saw Blair Witch, it was like out on like video, like back in the day when you could go to a Blockbuster and rent it.
Right.
So I think it was like a year or two. I saw it like later on, maybe a couple of years after it was out. And at that point, I wasn't living in my childhood home. So maybe that's why I wasn't as freaked out.
Right.
I but yeah, isn't it amazing? Isn't it crazy how like how movies can impact us like that?
Yeah. So I just
When
looked it up and it did come out in 2016. I was 16 years old when it came out. So yeah, I was like, wait,
2016, you
yeah.
mean
I mean, not 2016. Wait, what does this say? Oh, that's a different yeah, you're right.
I was like, "Whoa, 2016."
I thought I said 96 and then I said 2016 out loud. Oh, Kimberly. When
We're
where
still
where
young, like we were teenagers if we were teenagers in 2016.
Yeah, I feel like it. That's funny when we were hanging out with my in-laws over the weekend, um, we talked about like how old do you feel? And we're all like mentally like early 30s, physically our age.
Ye Yes. I see it came out in '99,
Okay, so I was actually in college. So it was yeah, all right, but even still, I was 19 at the time when it
and
came
you were
out.
still at home.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because it was summertime. So I was 19 and at home. Ugh, okay. Glad we figured all that out.
Yeah. These are important things. You know, it's funny, like, the '90s were such a great time, and it doesn't like, sometimes in my brain, I'm like, "Oh, it was 10 years ago."
I know. I think
Nope.
that's really common for people our age.
I know. Oh, but we're still young, Kimberly. We're still
We
young and
are.
fun.
Yeah.
Well, wow, yeah, that was a very impactful one. You know what? There's another video. Have you ever seen, Cloverfield?
Yeah. I was nervous that one would scare me because it was also found footage, but I love I love monster movies.
I'm learning all kinds of new things about you today.
Yeah. So did you like Cloverfield?
I did like Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Also, when me and Ellie were dating and we were, like, walking in the ocean we were walking in, like, by the, ocean in Brooklyn, I forgot where, like, Bay Ridge area maybe, and Ellie, like, thought about that movie, and he told me about it because he was thinking about, like, the monster and everything, and, Coney Island plays a part in that movie, so, like,
Mhm.
yeah, we watched that. One of the things that my husband has gotten me into is David Lynch movies,
Yeah.
and they're creepy and strange and
Yeah.
bizarre,
Mhm.
but I love David Lynch's world. It is just
Yeah. He did
such
Mulholland
a
Drive,
fascinating
right?
place. What's that?
He did
Mulholland
Mulholland
Drive,
Drive,
that's one of my
right?
favorites.
Yeah.
He did Eraserhead. You ever see Eraserhead?
I haven't. Mm-mm.
That that's a strange one. But my favorite I love Mulholland Drive, and my second favorite is Inland Empire, which was, I
Okay.
think, David Lynch's last big movie. Um, and the first time I watched it, I'm like, "What the heck did I just spend 3 hours watching?" And then the second time I watched it, I was like, "I love this movie."
I love when that happens. I
Yeah.
I love going to IMDb after I watch a movie, whether I love the movie, hated it, or somewhere in between, or I didn't get it, or whatever. I always go to IMDb and I love reading the trivia and the goofs and all of the credit things and that sometimes will help me go, oh, that's what I missed. And then if I liked it enough to go back and watch it, then I get like a whole different perspective. I really enjoy doing that.
I do the same thing, and so Ellie makes fun of me as soon as we watch something, and the next thing you know, when we're done, I'm, like, pulling out my he's like, "You're looking it up, aren't you?"
JP says the same thing to me. He's like, "You on IMDb right now?" It's like, "You know
I'm
I
either on
am."
that or I'm on YouTube or, like, some form or Reddit. I'll go on Reddit
Mhm.
also. Ooh, another good one, Donnie Darko.
Oh, I love Donnie Darko. I love it. I have all of the versions, the extended director's cut that ruins all of it and tells you everything, and the
Ooh.
regular version. And I discovered Donnie Darko flipping through the channels, and like I loved Jake Gyllenhaal back then, and
Who didn't?
I saw yeah, right. And I saw him there, and I was like, "Oh, what is this? This is weird." And then here comes Frank the Bunny on screen, and I was like, "Okay, this is really weird." The movie had already started, so you can't just jump into Donnie Darko in the middle and hope you're going to get it. But so I watched it anyway, and I was like, "Okay, I didn't what happened?" So then I found it again and watched it, and now I've seen that movie like at least 10 times. So good.
It is good. I've seen it like 4 or 5 times. Again, Ellie. Ellie introduced me to all kinds of movies. He has a very interesting taste in films, but I like them. So, yeah, he showed me Donnie Darko, and yeah, it's like, oh my god, what did I watch? And I jump
Mhm.
and I've gone on YouTube and looked up different things on it. Um, yeah, it's a really great film. Uh,
Yeah.
we should jump to a different topic, I think. Was there anything else you wanted to say about films before I ask you about favorite treats to eat during
No,
film?
let's go to treats. Why not?
So, Kimberly, what are your favorite Halloween treats or treats to watch scary movies? Like all of the things that you enjoy as a vegan during
Mhm.
Halloween.
Yay. Well, if we're watching movies, I love popcorn, of course. And I like to melt some vegan butter on it, but I also sometimes like to melt chocolate and drizzle
Mm,
that
yes.
on with a little bit of
Yes.
sea salt kind of throughout, and that is really, really good. As far as, like, candy or no, I'll go to, like, baked treats too. First, I like to make, like, brownies and put vegan marshmallows on them, make little, like, scary things or, use different candies to make, like, spiders or, make frosting out of things. And anyway, I like to make things that look like that. They of course never, that's I'm all over the place. Do you know those pictures where it'll be like what I expected and how it came out and how it'll
Yes.
be like Etsy, this perfect little like cookie or whatever, and then it comes out and it's all like melted and bleh. Well, that's how mine look. But I know in my mind, it's so interesting how my brain can show me what I want it to look like, and then my hands cannot replicate that.
Doesn't it
But
suck when that happens?
right, it does, but it still tastes good. So for me, I'll eat them, but I'm not gonna make that for someone else. And then candy-wise, I really enjoy, like, a good little roll of Smarties or, obviously some good vegan chocolate. But if I'm thinking, like, candy I'm gonna hand out, 'cause we didn't get trick or treaters at all in our last house, not one
Mhm.
ever in the 9 years we were there. But the expectation here is that we'll get at least some. So we bought candy. So in our candy bowl, we have Smarties, Dum Dums, and Skittles.
Mm.
Yeah, so I like to give those away. I discovered a few years ago that Chico sticks are vegan. Those are
Really?
kind of like yeah, they're like peanut buttery, I guess, right?
I
So that
have
was a
not had
fun
those in years.
yeah, that was a really fun discovery, and they get stuck in your teeth like a Butterfinger does. They have that. They're just not covered in chocolate, but they have
Mhm.
that same texture. I really enjoy those. But, uh but yeah, I guess those are some of my favorites. What are your favorites?
Your favorites are good ones for sure. You know
Thank
what I
you.
like to do? I like to sometimes drizzle popcorn with melted chocolate and then dust it with some cinnamon.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that's another good combo. Or I'll toss it with some coconut aminos and nutritional yeast. That gives it like a nice savory
Mhm.
flavor. Um, well, I love Oreos, and one of the
Oh, yeah.
things that and I've since veganized it, but I love making Oreo truffles. Have you ever made Oreo truffles?
No.
It's one package of Oreos that you throw in the food processor, and then you dump the crumbs in a bowl.
Mhm.
Then you take a package of cream cheese, which to veganize it, all you need to do is replace it with vegan cream cheese.
Mhm.
Dump it in the bowl, mix it all around until it forms a dough. You stick it in the fridge for like 10 minutes, and then you form it into little balls, or you can make it into little shapes,
Ooh.
dip it in chocolate. So my son and I have made like pumpkin ones, or I've shaped them different things for different parties of his over the years. But that was pre-vegan. But since being
Mhm.
vegan, I did make them, I think it was last year, and I have a video of it on my Instagram where
Ooh.
I took like, I think it was tofutti cream cheese.
That's the best one.
Yeah, I think so too. I haven't tried a lot of them. I've had like a couple, but that one is always my favorite. And I've
Mhm.
heard other vegan influencers talk about that one as well.
Mhm.
So it must be the best one.
Yeah.
So yeah, just take that and you just mix it up with the crumbs. And then you just roll it up, and then you can dip it in melted chocolate, drizzle it with
Mhm.
things, you can make it seasonal and use sprinkles of like whatever season. So you could
Yeah.
easily do that. But yeah, Oreo truffles, great go-to thing you could make for anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, they are so good. And you can keep them in the freezer,
Mm.
and you can just take them out of the freezer and eat them like they're little ice cream bonbons.
Oh
So
my gosh.
you may
I
love me for sharing this or hate me for sharing this. I don't know.
a little bit of both, right? But the idea that you can freeze them so then you can kind of tell yourself, well, I'm not going to eat them all in this one shot. I'm going to put them in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is I think that's a great idea. And I baked a cake over the weekend too as the dessert on Saturday, and I needed cream cheese for the icing, but I only used like a tablespoon of it. So I think there's still enough cream cheese. Now I just
Ooh,
need a package of Oreos. Oh, and I can get the Halloween ones, and then it'll be orange and black on the inside.
there you go. Please send pictures.
I will.
Me and Kimberly like to share pictures with each other of all the amazing vegan food we eat or make.
It's really fun. And
Which
I
reminds me, I
appreciate
have to
it
send
if
you
you like
pictures
them.
later of my outing yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, please do.
And then for candy, I love the Unreal coconut bars
Oh my god, they're
and
so good.
their peanut butter cups. Not everything of theirs is vegan, so you have to make sure you look, because their
Mhm.
like version of Snickers is not vegan. Now, I
Mm.
haven't made this, but another thing you can do, I've seen there was like a trend over the summer of like other people who weren't even vegan doing this, and I was like, yay. But you can take dates and put peanut butter on them and some peanuts and dip them in chocolate, and it tastes like a Snickers, because
Oh.
the dates have like that caramel taste to
Mhm.
them. So that's
Yeah.
another thing. I haven't done it. Well, I haven't done it the fancy way. I've just dipped a date in peanut butter and then like put chocolate chips on it and did a lazy version of that.
I love it.
But then,
Tastes
yeah,
just as
and then
good,
of
half
course,
the work.
what's that?
I said tastes just as good and half the work.
Exactly. I just didn't feel like melting things and making a big mess. Anytime I make something, I make a huge mess in the kitchen. My husband will come in there and he'd be like, "What happened in here?"
We had that this weekend. So we had we had the house cleaned on Friday, and then I made a gazillion things in the kitchen on Saturday, and JP came in and he was like, they're going to be here in 2 hours, and we were not supposed to have to clean. We're going to have to clean the whole kitchen. And then I said, when we go to their house and they make food, the kitchen is a mess. When we go to anybody else's house and they're making food, the kitchen is a mess. Everything else is nice and clean, but you can't expect all of this magic to be happening and there not be, some mess. So it was fine. And we sort of cleaned up, but nobody cared. We had a great time, and kitchen's clean now. So whatever.
That's amazing. You know what? And besides, it gives people a behind the scenes look
Yeah,
at their
exactly.
dinner. They could see how hard you worked
Yes. Yeah.
to prepare for them.
My sister-in-law asked me, she's like, "Oh my gosh, you must have been in the kitchen all day, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah." But
Let's see
I
if
had a
you
lot of
feel
fun.
loved.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any. Oh, and then of course Reese's came out with a
They
vegan
did.
Hershey bar and peanut butter cups as well, which is nice. That
Mhm.
and then the Lindt truffles, they have
Mm,
one with oat milk too
they
that came
do.
out a
Yeah.
couple of years ago. And when it first came out, you could never find it anywhere. People were just
Mhm.
like buying them up. But now you can find them. They're a little pricey, but they're so good. And I like to put them sometimes I have made like cupcakes and I put them on as like a decoration on like a cupcake.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah. I find them now at my CVS expired. They're
Oh,
always expired at the
expired.
CVS over here. Yeah, it's one of those where you know you walk in and whatever you're buying, you better check the date because there's a chance that it's not good. But
Oh,
I have never enjoyed Lindt truffles. Not when I still ate cow milk and
hmm.
not now. It's so interesting. Whatever they do with their chocolate, it like hits my tongue in a way and it just tastes sour and I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah. And
That's
like,
something we don't have in common. How can
and
this
can you
be?
believe it? We found the thing.
That means there's more for me to eat.
That's right. You can have all of my Lindt truffles every time, no matter what.
Okay. I'll trade you some Oreo truffles for those.
Oh, sounds good.
Can you hear the muffler? Can you hear the okay? Because
Nope.
I have a neighbor who has a very loud muffler and it just went on a minute ago. So
Nope, can't hear it. What are your thoughts on the have you had the Hershey's bar and the peanut butter cup?
I have, and they're good, but I realized I like the Unreal ones more, like the
Yeah.
Unreal peanut butter cup versus the I think because also my taste buds have changed where I eat more like natural foods and less
Mhm.
processed foods. So they're delicious and I'm so happy they have these. But if I had a choice between the Unreal peanut butter cup and the Reese's, I would go for the Unreal, also because of the better ingredients.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
you?
Same. And I found that I liked the chocolate bar better than the peanut butter cup, which I could not believe because as much as I love chocolate, what I love more than chocolate is the combination of chocolate and peanut butter. So I was I was kind of floored, in fact, that that I didn't really like it. And I think part of it too is what you're saying, that like my taste buds are just different and you can kind of taste the like too much sugar and like
Mhm.
I don't know, the subpar peanut butter, whatever it is that the oils they add in that I don't know, yeah. The I do like the Unreal ones better as well. But you're right. As far as Unreal goes, those coconut bars, oof, those are the best.
And they're so dangerous because I could easily eat the bag in one
Yep.
sitting.
Yep.
And there have been a couple of occasions that I might
Yes. Guilty.
have. They're so good though.
Yeah.
Oh, Kimberly, this has been so much fun. It is like past 7:30.
Yeah, wow. Oh my gosh. Yes, I have felt very energized. You know, when we decided to do a Halloween episode, I had the thought, you know, like we could talk about Halloween horrors, and the horrors could be all of the things that we do to animals because we're that vegan morning show. So we're talking about veganism and and it just felt like not this time. And like you said when we started, we had such a heavy episode last week. The idea to do a second one, like this was so much fun. We're still sharing vegan goodies and it just I love that you had this idea to talk about the Halloween treats. this was so much fun. And I was definitely like very jazzed for a Monday morning. So I'm having a great time.
Me too. We need to do, well, I was gonna say we need to do this more often. We do it every Monday.
We do.
And even when we talk about the heavy stuff, I always feel like it's good because it's nice to have that outlet to talk about these things, share these things, create space for these important conversations that are uncomfortable and unpleasant, but we have to also not ignore the fact that these things are happening. And but it was just nice to have this space to just have fun and just talk about Halloween, because vegans are human beings too.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to have a Donnie Darko viewing party together with Oreo truffles in your baked ziti.
Yes. Let's do it.
And some Unreal coconut bars.
Yes.
Sounds like a good plan to me. Well, Kimberly, is there anything you said you're going to be sharing? Some you have some new podcasts coming up. Like, what do you have coming up this week?
Yeah. So out today is my interview with philosopher Matthew Haltman. He wrote his most recent book is Hungry, Beautiful Animals. And so pick it up wherever you get your books. It is wonderful. His take is a little bit different. You know, the start of the book does, of course, introduce you to the reasons why people go vegan around the animals. And then he spends the rest of the time helping you see just how joyful being vegan is. And I think it really ties into this episode because look at how joyful you and I have been talking about all of our Halloween things and the fun that we have. So it really speaks to that while there are tons of awful, sad things in the world, and we vegans know about all of them, there is a place for joy and happiness. And you see it here with us, and you'll hear it in my interview with Matt. And yeah, so check it out on Did You Bring the Hummus, wherever you get your podcasts, and on my website.
Awesome. I've been listening to the audiobook, and it is such a good book, and I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of it. And yeah, there's a lot of joy to being vegan, and you can still honor your traditions by making some swaps, like Oreo truffles. Just switch it to vegan cream cheese. Right?
Yep.
Like we live in a day and age where we can have these things, and it doesn't have to change the fun that we had. And look, me and Kimberly have other candies. We can still have pop. Like we find ways to still enjoy food and traditions just with some minor swaps. Yeah, so I am finally going to post something on the Confident Vegan. I know I've been talking about doing stuff or maybe doing like a catch-up episode, and it didn't happen, but I did an interview with Deborah and Suzanne of the Locals Bookshop.
Yay.
So I am excited to share that episode on Wednesday. They are great, and their bookshop is great. I just love the work that they're doing. And yeah, so I'll be posting that on Wednesday. And I'll also, in the notes below, I'll look for the reel where I did the Oreo truffles, and I can either pop that in there, or maybe I'll just put the recipe in here so people can find that if they want.
Thank you. Deborah and Suzanne will be my final episode of this season 6, near the end of next month. So I'm really excited to share that. You're right. They are wonderful, and the work they do is so cool and so meaningful.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe we can have them on here one day. Who knows?
Yeah. I wonder if they get up this early.
I was just going to say, we are going to have a guest. What's that?
If I did the work that they do, I wouldn't get up this early ever.
I know they work very, very hard. Although next Monday we have a guest. We're going to be talking about vegan travel.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned. We're going to post a promo for that on Friday. And yeah, this was great, Kimberly. I'm so glad we had some fun.
Me too.
I mean, we always have fun, but I'm glad we didn't get serious.
Yeah. Not once.
Yes. Yeah. Oops. we're about to leave, but I gotta like plug in my computer because it's about to die. Okay, there we
Oh,
go.
no. Okay.
All right. Well, this was
Okay.
fun. I hope you all have a great week. Let us know in the comments below, what are your favorite scary, spooky, creepy movies? Kimberly
Yeah,
and I would like to know. Well, I'm assuming you would like to know, Kimberly.
I would always. I always want to know creepy movies, creepy books, and all of your favorite Halloween candies that you want to make sure everybody knows about. Please tell us in the comments.
Yes, please do. Let us know. All right. On that note, we'll see you next week.
All right.
Bye
Thanks.
for now.
Happy Halloween.